Hi everybody, today we're going to do Crafterhours online with a tutorial on how to do a face mask. We're going to start off with a piece of 100% cotton that is 18 by 20 inches. And this cotton has been washed in the hottest setting and dried at the hottest setting, and so we're ready to begin. First thing we're going to do is iron the material. Next, you're going to want to fold your fabric in half so that the middle part is flat. And we're going to cut around the sides, so don't worry about them not lining up. You just want to make sure that the middle part is flat. And then iron the middle part. Fabric that I have can be cut to make 2 face masks and 1 set of strings. So you'll have to get another piece of fabric to get the strings, or if you have elastic, you can use elastic. So this one I'm going to cut our piece of fabric so that it is roughly 7 by 10 inches. If you don't have a rotary blade, you can mark your fabric with a felt pen or any kind of pen that's going to mark a fabric. Draw a line and then cut it with your scissors. Do the same to the opposite side. Draw a straight line, line up your fabric, and cut off the excess. The extra fabric that you have after cutting 2 7 by 10 pieces, you'll take that fabric and fold it twice and iron each time you fold. So that when you open it, you'll have 4 lines that separate the 4 separate strings that we're going to use to tie our face mask with. Then with our cutting board, we're going to cut this fabric in 4 equal sections. When you're finished cutting, you should have 4 strips of fabric about 1 inch by 18 or 20 inches. After you've cut the 4 thin pieces of material about 18 inches long and about 3/4 wide, mine is about 1 inch wide, it really doesn't matter. You're gonna fold each piece of fabric twice lengthwise and fold and tuck the rough edges inside, and then you're gonna sew a straight line along the middle to prevent the fabric ties from having frayed edges. We're going to do that now. Take one of your rectangular fabric layers with the right side up, or the outer facing side where the pattern is facing you. Pin down the 4 fabric ties 1 piece per corner on each corner. Make sure that the ties are gathered in the center of the fabric layer before advancing to the next step. You can also substitute sewing elastic for fabric ties, but note that elastic cannot be bleached and therefore it's not easily clean. Also, anyone with a latex allergy can't wear it. The next step is to take the second layer of fabric and line it up with the first so that the right sides or the pattern sides of the fabric should be facing each other, sandwiching the fabric ties or elastics. Secure the fabric sandwiched together with pins. Starting from a midway point, sew a straight line across the mask about 1/4 above the bottom of the edge. So starting here, we're gonna start sewing, and we're gonna sew all the way around, leaving about 1/4 inch around the edge of the fabric. And when we sew over the fabric ties, we're gonna go over the ends a couple times. You're gonna wanna make sure that the needle goes through the 3 pieces, the top layer, the end of the fabric tie, and the bottom layer. And you're gonna add a couple stitches forward and backward in both directions to secure your ties in place. Once you're finished sewing, make sure you leave a gap so that you can turn the fabric out to the right side. After turning your project inside out, you're gonna make 3 staggered pleats lengthwise, and I'm going to iron them so that they stay. And now we're gonna sew along the perimeter of the mask. With your pleats held in place by pins, you're gonna stitch around the perimeter of the mask 1/4 inch away from the edge of the seam. And this is called a top stitch. You're gonna take care when stitching over the pleats, as the fabric may be quite thick and you might lose a needle. Finished, tie your strings. Bring this part up and this part down. And you're done. Ta-da! Be safe out there, everybody. Bye.